Bob coming at you with another review from WEBYSHOPS.com. Today we're taking a look at the Nikko Stirling Gameking. This is a 3.5 to 10 power scope with the 44mm objective. This does have an illuminated reticle on it. It's got a tricolor LRX reticle. On the side of the saddle here we do have a knob, so you can adjust 5 different levels of brightness for both red and green reticles. You can turn it off and just go with the standard black reticle if you like. On the back of the bell here, you do have adjustable focus for the reticle. And down at the objective, it is adjustable for parallax and for fine focus. Up on top, we have standard turrets here. We have the elevation, and we do have the windage on the right side. These turrets are weatherproof, not waterproof. But on the bezel underneath, you do not need a special tool for it. They do click by hand. And this particular unit has 1/4 inch MOA. That means at 100 yards, if you need to move your impact an inch, you're going to need to move this 4 clicks in the direction you want to go. Alright, this unit also has a 1-inch mono tube on it. Nice sturdy construction. But I did find a fault with the finish. The finish is a little bit thin. After 1 day of use, I did notice, I don't know if it shows up here or not, but it did scratch the base of the tube there. Not normally a big deal, but if you are kind of anal retentive when it comes to keeping your things nice, you may want to put maybe some electrical tape on your scope if you happen to be changing it out often. This scope has a eye relief of about 3.5 inches, and I found that very true and very comfortable in the lower power settings. I did not find this to be a pleasure to shoot with the magnification turned up. When you get up 7, 8, 9, 10, the edges really start to darken in on you. The edges get fuzzy. It loses its crispness, and you have to really keep your head steady to be able to see the target, which is a far cry from what it is down in the lower settings. I found that when I was shooting it, I preferred to shoot in the 50-yard range, maybe 100, going up to maybe 6 power. You know, inside the box wasn't a whole lot of information. It did come with a manual, which is the same on both sides, and that's all the information you get. You don't get any information on how to use the bullet drop reticle. You don't get any information on how to properly use the parallax or the fine focus. Tried to go to the website to try to find more information on it and was not able to find what I was looking for, so I was a little bit disappointed there. Also in the box comes with a standard set of scope covers. You've got the yellow tint for the eyepiece, and you have clear for the objective. And it also comes with a piece of cloth for cleaning your lenses, which are multi-coated. For packing material, comes with your standard foam. It did fit in there nicely. There wasn't a whole lot of jostling around and no damage to the scope or to the foam when it arrived to me. So basically what we've got here is a scope that's kind of in your economy line price range. WEBYSHOP offers this particular model for $137.90. I kind of rate this scope kind of around where you're going to find your Tascos or possibly your BSAs, possibly just a little better than that. Going to the range, obviously I had this on my my AR type rifle. I was firing 5.56 millimeter rounds, and for the couple hours I was out there shooting, it seemed to do pretty good. I had no problems whatsoever with it losing the zero. Would I recommend this for a game type rifle scope for hunting? Possibly not. A couple of reasons why. It's weatherproof. It's not waterproof. If you're hunting in an area where there's a lot of moisture, if you're crossing rivers, you might want to be careful with this scope. As it mentioned, it does have weatherproofing, but it's not waterproofing. One of the other things I didn't really care for is on the magnification adjustment. It's kind of tough to turn. If your fingers are sweaty, if things are a little bit damp, it could be very difficult to turn because it doesn't have any sort of quick adjust knob on here. I really do miss having that quick adjust knob that are on a lot of scopes these days. Or even if it was just maybe a little piece of rubber like they have on the eye bell here, they could have incorporated on here. But if you gotta wipe your fingers off, make sure they're dry before you try to turn that. But anyway, it's a fair value for what it is. If you're looking for something for maybe air sports, BB guns, airsoft, maybe even a .22, I think this is a very fine piece. If you're looking for something that's going to be more of a hunting scope, where you're doing some precision shooting, with the loss of focus that I got up in the higher ranges of magnification, and the loss of eye relief, I really would have a hard time recommending this particular scope for something like that. But anyway, this is it. This is the Nikko Stirling. This is the Gameking. If you're looking for a quality rifle scope in the $137 price range, this may be something worth taking a look at. But if you're looking for a high-end scope to take hunting on your next guided mule deer trip, you might want to look elsewhere. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is Bob, and we'll catch you on the firing line.